nothing to talk. Only the whole chapter goes the description of all. Janmashtami time you can sing it, practice it. The song written by Vallabhacharya, Acharya of Rudra Sampradaya. As we call Mahaprabhu, they also call Vallabhacharya as a Mahaprabhu. Mostly in Gujarat, it is prevailing, they call it the Pushti Mark. Okay, everybody got it? Bhaje Vrajaikanandanam samasta papa khandanam. Bhaje Vrajaikanandanam samasta papa khandanam. Svabhakta chitta ranjanam sadaiva nandanandanam. Svabhakta chitta ranjanam sadaiva nandanandanam. Supicha gucha mastakam sunada venu hastakam. Supicha gucha mastakam sunada venu hastakam. Sakam nanangaranga sagaram namami Krishna nagaram. Anangaranga sagaram namami Krishna nagaram. Manoja garva mochanam vishala lola lochanam. Manoja garva mochanam vishala lola lochanam. Vidhuta gopashochanam namami padmalochanam. Vidhuta gopashochanam namami padmalochanam. Kararavinda bhudaram smitavaloka sundaram. Kararavinda bhudaram smitavaloka sundaram. Mahendra mana darpanam namami Krishna varanam. Mahendra mana dharanam namami Krishna varanam. Kadamba sunu kundalam sucharu ganda mandalam. Kadamba suna kundalam sucharu ganda mandalam. Vrajanganaika vallabham namami Krishna dullabham. Vrajanganaika vallabham namami Krishna dullabham. Yashodaya samodaya sagopaya sanandaya. यशोदया समोदया स गोपया स नंदया युतं सुखैकनायकं नमामि गोपनायकम् युतं सुखैकनायकं नमामि गोपनायकम् सदैव पादपङ्कजं मदीयमानसे निजम् सदैव पादपङ्कजं मदीयमानसे निजम् दधानमुत्तलालकं नमामि नन्दबालकम् दधानमुत्तमालकं नमामि नन्दबालकम् समस्तदोषशोषणं समस्तलोकपोषणम् समस्तदोषशोषणं समस्तलोकपोषणम् समस्तगोपमानसं नमामि कृष्णलालसम् समस्तगोपमानसं नमामि कृष्णलालसम् भूरे भरावतारकं भवाब्धिकर्णधारकम् भुवो भरावतारकं भवाब्धिकर्णधारकम् यशोमती किशोरकं नमामि दुग्धचोरकम् यशोमती किशोरकं नमामि दुग्धचोरकम् दुर्गन्तक्रन्तभङ्गनं दुरन्तकन्तभङ्गिनं सदा सदालिसङ्गिनम् दुर्गन्तकन्तभङ्गिनं सदा सदालिसङ्गिनम् दिने दिने नवं नवं नमामि नन्दसम्भवम् दिने दिने नवं नवं नमामि नन्दसम्भवम् गुणाकरं शुभाकरं शुभाकरं कृपावरम् गुणाकरं सुखाकरं कृपाकरं कृपावरम् सुरद्विषन्निकन्दनं नमामि गोपनन्दनम् सुरद्विषन्निकन्दनं नमामि गोपनन्दनम् नवीन गोपनागरं सवीन केलिलं पटम् नवीन गोपनागरं नवीन केलिलं पटम् नमामि मेघसुन्दरं तडित्प्रभालसत्पटम् नमामि मेघसुन्दरं तडित्प्रभालसत्पटम् समस्तगोपनन्दनं हृदाम्बुजैकमन्दनं मोहनं हृदाम्बुजैकमोह समस्तगोपनन्दनं हृदाम्बुजैकमोहनम् नमामि कुन्दमज्जगं प्रसन्नभानुशोभनम् नमामि कुञ्जमज्जगं प्रसन्नभानुशोभनम्
निकाम कामदायकं दृगंत चारु सायकं निकाम कामदायकं दृगंत चारु सायकं रसाल वेणुगायकं नमामि कुंजनायकं रसाल वेणुगायकं नमामि कुंजनायकं विदग्ध गोपिका मनो मनोज्ञ तल्पनायनम मनोज्ञ तल्पशाय विदग्ध गोपिका मनो मनोज्ञ तल्पसायनम पशाय नमामि मुञ्जकानने प्रवृद्धवन्निपायनम् नमामि मुञ्जकानने प्रवृद्धवन्निपायना यदा तदा यथा तथा तथैव कृष्ण सत्कथा यदा तदा यथा तथा तथैव कृष्ण सत्कथा मया सदैव गीयतां तथा कृपा विधायतम् विधीयतां मया सदैव गीयतां तथा कृपा विधीयताम् Last one is the Phalasruti, benediction. Pramanikastakadvayam japanti adhyayapuma. Pramanikastakadvayam japatadhichadayapuma. Bhave sanandanandanam bhave bhavasu bhaktima. Bhave sanandanandanam bhave bhavesu bhaktima. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. Nitai Gorango, Nitai Gorango, Nitai Gorango, Nitai Gorango, Nitai Gorango, Gorahari, Nitai Gorango, Gorahari, Gora 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 Hari, Gora Gora, Gaura 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 Hari Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hari Patita Pavana Gaura Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Rama Ram Jaya Radha Radhanata Radha Radhanata Sri Radhe Jaya Radha Radhanata Radha Radhanata Sri Radhe Jaya Giri Govardhan Jaya Giri Govardhan Giri Govardhan Jaya Giri Govardhan Jaya Gora Nitai Gora Nitai Gora Nitai Jaya Gora Nitai Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya 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 Gurudev 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 Jaya Gurudev Naam Sankirtan ki jai Jai Shri Paramahansa Parivara Jivan Grace Savacharna Ravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada ki jai Ananta Gaudiya Vaishnava Vrind ki jai Namacharya Sri Thakur ki jai Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasad Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki jai Radha Krishna Gopinath Shama Kundu Radha Kundu Giridhardhan ki jai Sri Sri Radha Radhanath ki jai Giraj Govardhan ki jai Gaur Nitai ki jai Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila. Yeah. Translation backside. Eternally, I worship Lord Krishna, who is Nanda's son, who is Vraja's sole ornament, who breaks all sins into pieces, and who delights the devotees' hearts. Offer my respectful obeisances to the hero Lord Krishna, whose head is decorated with the peacock feathers, whose hand holds a melodious flute, and who is an ocean of Kamadeva's pastimes. I offer my respectful obeisances to Lord Krishna, who delights all the cohort people, who charms the devotees' lotus earth, who stays in the forest groves, and who is splendid like a glittering sun. I offer my respectful obeisances to Lord Krishna, who fulfills all desires, whose sidelong glances are charming arrows, whose flute music is nectar, and who is the amorous hero of the forest groves. Krishna protected the Brajavasis 2 times from the fire. Once while they were playing, second time, when Krishna, the Nanda Baba was fallen by snake, Agasura, then Lord Krishna come and kill. By then it was evening, everybody was sleeping. There, so in the night suddenly there was a forest fire all around. Some of them got up and shouted, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Save us. Krishna told all of them, close your eyes. Then he drank entire fire. 2 times. Tenth canto describes how Krishna, by drinking the whole fire, he saved the Brajavasis. यस्यानुभावमकलश्रुतिसारमेकम् अध्यात्मदीपमतितीर्षितां तमोन्धं संसारिणां करुणयाः पुराणगुह्यं तं व्याससूनुमुपयामि गुरुं मुनीनां नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवते उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. In here sometimes people say Bhagavate, not you. Bhagavata means son of Bhagavan. So, Bhagavate. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Just like Vasudeva means Vasudeva. Vasudeva means son of Vasudeva. Jai Sri Sri Radha Radhanath ki jai. Gaunitai ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Today we will discuss from Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th canto, 9th chapter, Dhruva Maharaj return home, 57 to 62. Today we will discuss. 62 we will recite together. Mrishtachattvaradhyastar Rachartha Margam Chandana Charchitam Ladachataye Pushpapalaye Tandulaye Balibhiryutam. All the quadrangles, lanes and streets in the city and the raised sitting places at the crossings were thoroughly cleansed and sprinkled with sandalwood water and auspicious grain such as rice and barley and sunflowers, fruits and many other auspicious presentations were scattered all over the city. ध्रुवाय पतिदृष्टाय तत्र तत्र पुरस्त्रिया सिद्धार्थाक्षतदध्यम्बुर्वा पुष्पफलानि च उपजहु प्रयुञ्जना उपजहु प्रयुञ्जाना वत्सल्यादिश सती शृण्वन् तद्वल्गुपी गीतानि भविष्यद्भवनं पितुः. Thus, as Dhruva Maharaj passed on the road, from every place in the neighborhood, all the gentle household ladies assembled to see him, and out of material affection, they offered their blessings, showering him with white mustard seeds, barley, curd, water, newly grown grass, fruits and flowers. In this way, Dhruva Maharaja, while hearing the pleasing songs sung by the ladies, entered the palace of his father. Mahamani Vratamaye sa tasmin bhavanottame lalito nitaram pitra nyavasadhiva devavad. Dhruva Maharaj thereafter lived in father's palace, which had walls bedecked with highly valuable jewels. His affectionate father took particular care of him, and he dwelt in that house just as the demigods live in their palaces and the higher planetary systems. Payapena nibhashaya dantarukma parichada asanani maharhani yatra rukma upaskara. The bedding in the palace was as wet as the foam of milk and was very soft. The bedsteads were made of ivory with embellishments of the gold, and the chairs, benches and other sitting places and furniture were made of gold. Yastras patikankeshu. Okay, now we together. Yatra patika kudyeshu maha markateshu ta mani pradeepa avanti lalana ratna samyuta yatnaspatika kudyeshu mahamarkateshu cha mani pradeepabhantani abhanti mani pradeepa abhanti mani pradeepa abhanti lanana ratna samyuta yatra spatika kudyeshu mahamarkateshu cha mani pradeepa abhanti lalana ratna samyukta yatra spataka kudyeshu mahamarkateshu cha mani pradeepa abhanti lalana ratna samyuta. Abhanti. Mana pradeepa avante lalanaratna samyuta yatra pradeepa kudyeshu Mahamargateshu cha Manipradeepa amanti Lannaratna samyuta Yatra spatika kudyeshu Mahamargateshu cha. Yatra, where, spatika, made of marble, kudyeshu, on walls, mahamarkateshu, bedecked with the valuable jewels like sapphires. A sapphire. Cha, also, manipradeepa, lamps made of jewels. Abhanti, shown, lalana, female figures. Ratna, made of jewels. Samyuta, held by. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The palace of king was surrounded by walls made of marble with many engravings made of the valuable jewels like sapphires, which depicted beautiful women with the shining jewel lamps in their hands. Support. The description of King Uttanapa's palace depicts the state of affairs many thousands and thousands of years ago, long before Srimad Bhagavatam was compiled. Since it is described that Maharaj Dhruva ruled for 36,000 years, he must have lived in the Satyayuga, when people lived for 100,000 years. The life duration in the 4 yugas are also mentioned in the Vedic literature. In the Satyayuga, people used to live for 100,000 years. In the Treta Yuga, people lived for 10,000 years. In Dwapara Yuga, they lived for 1,000 years. And in this age of Kali, people may live up to 100 years. With the progressive advance of each age, Yuga, the duration of human life is reduced by 90%. From 100,000 to 10,000, from 10,000 to 1,000, and 1,000 to 100. It is said that Dhruva Maharaj was the great grandson of Lord Brahma. This indicates that Dhruva Maharaj's time was in the Satyayuga, in the beginning of the creation. During one day of Lord Brahma, as stated in the Bhagavad Gita, there are many Satyayugas. According to the basic calculation, at the present moment, the 28th millennium is current. It can be calculated that Dhruva Maharaj lived many millions of years ago. But the description of the palace of Dhruva's father is so glorious that we cannot accept the advanced human civilization did not exist 40 or 50,000 years ago. There were walls like those in the palace of Maharaj Dhanapada. Even very recently, during the Mughal period, anyone who has seen the Red Fort in Delhi must have marked that the walls are made of the marble and were once decorated with the jewels. During the British period, all the jewels were taken away and dispatched to the British Museum. There still you can see the spots, the wall where they are taken, the markings still there. The conception of worldly opulence was formerly based mainly on natural resources such as jewels, marble, silk, ivory, gold, and silver. The advancement of human civilization depends not on industrial enterprises, but on possession of the natural wealth and natural food, which is all supplied by the Supreme Personality Godhead, so that we may save time for self-realization and success in the human form of body. Another aspect of this verse is that Dhruva Maharaj's father, Uttanpada, would very soon give up his attachment for his palaces and the world, would go to the forest for self-realization. From the description of the Bhagavatam, therefore, we can make a very thorough comparative study of modern civilization and the civilization of the mankind in other millenniums, Satyayuga, Treta Yuga and Dwapara Yuga. Om Ajnanatimidandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Melitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadan Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yutapathakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Sri Rupam Sagar Jatam Sahagana Raghunatha Tam Sajivam Tadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Shakanutam Cha Namah Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pachacya Deshatarine He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dena Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastate Sapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Yesterday we were discussing Dhruva Maharaj, son of Uttanapad, after completing the austerities, after having been blessed by Lord Krishna, and he returning home. He was well received by his father and children. Today's discussion in the verses describing how the city and how opulence were there. All quadrangular lanes and streets in the city and the raised sittings at the palace crossings were thoroughly cleaned and sprinkled with the sandalwood water and auspicious grains such as rice, barley. The Sanskrit is written achata. Anyway, achata is when you mix the turmeric powder with the rice. Whenever the puja is there for the blessings, they mix as the turmeric powder or the kumkum, vermilion. Then that is called achata. Maybe this is not prevalent in the western side, maybe that's the Prabhupada right side there, barley. Achata is not barley. In Sanskrit it is achata. That is done whenever there is worship or like yajna is there. So to create auspiciousness also in the yajna, we throw in the backside. Or when somebody coming, elderly people bless them. So take that the rice mixed with the either kumkum or turmeric powder, then that is known as the. It is said that this kumkum, even the vermilion powder, clear the auspicious. Just like when you are blowing the shankar conch before the arati, the way we blow it to announce, and also what for to throw away all the evil spirits in the evil spirits, good spirits always there. You cannot see, but they are moving. They got the astral body, very subtle body. They are moving. So we have to throw them out. So that's why we blow the shank conch. That's the main purpose. Create the auspicious. Okay. So in the same way here, this offering the achata, yes, Prabhupada written, barley and rice, they are meant for creating the auspiciousness. And the fruits also given. If you go to anybody's house, for suppose you are going to invite somebody for the marriage, process is that here I know, Western countries know about, follows it. Process is that people when they go, they take the half coconut, dry coconut, put in that dried dates, what do you call khajur? What do you call it? Haji? Anyway, dried dates, you know it. Dried dates, then achat, that rice mixed with the turmeric powder or kumkum, and pan leaves, betel leaves, keeping in the plate, then they go to invite. That is a way of inviting. Because these all pan leaves also marking the auspiciousness. That's why we also offer to the Lord. Do we offer here to the Lord? Betel no. Betel leaves can be offered. The deity worship also gives betel. Betel leaves offered. Only betel leaves prohibited with if you apply to the what do you call chuna. Chuna, what do you call it? Lime. Lime you call? Okay. When you put only lime associated with the powder, betel fruit powder is the bit is the brownish in color. Then it becomes poison. Only chuna, the lime, and this what you call it, palm leaves, they work like a nectar. When you drink it, it makes you have a digestion wonderful. Ayurveda also. And these all are called the auspicious. Like yesterday we were discussing, celebrating, decorating with the what trees? Banana leaves or coconut leaves. It is considered more auspicious. If you go to India, any marriage mandap they are making, you will see them decorating with the coconut leaves or banana leaves. Sometimes they cut the whole tree and bring it in. So this is considered auspicious. In the Ayurveda also says, if one eating the food in the banana leaves, more auspicious. You will never become sick. So here, describing how the globes decoration is there, and also Dhruvaya Pati Drushtaya Tatra Tatra Purastriya. Dhruva Maharaj passed on the road from every place. In the neighborhood, all the gentle household ladies assembled to see him. It is considered that either young unmarried girls or the married ladies come, and when you are walking, they come in front of you. Consider it is auspicious. Okay. So that's why the gone days also, even now also, there is very auspicious saintly people coming, like Bhagavad Katha going. First in the first to the unmarried young ladies. Unmarried means not 20 years, no, below 12 years. That is called unmarried, Kanya. So the girls will go with the kalash, and also they will be blowing the conch shell by the ladies, and married ladies will bring the achat and coconut and all, and do the arati also. To see the married ladies and young girls, it is considered auspicious. That's why he has said that assembled to see him. And out of material affection, they offered their blessings. Those old ladies, they offered the blessing. Because Dhruva was only 5 years old. Everybody was surprised to see how this 5 years old, that was not ordinary labor class who can tolerate, but prince, how he can tolerate such hardships in the forest alone without eating, sleeping. How he can? So they were surprised. Then when they saw the boy, because the Prabhupada writes in Nectar of Devotion also that when a person is blessed by Krishna, is dear to everybody. Yesterday also we were discussing. Yesterday I quoted from the Gopis, remember it? The wives of the Brahmanas. And the wife of the Brahmanas was told to go back to their husbands, their houses. They refused. No, they told us don't come back. They will be angry. They chase out of the houses. Lord Krishna says no. When I am pleased with anyone, you will be dear to each and everyone. And the same happened. When the wives of the Brahmanas left with the cooking items and the basket, after they have gone, then Brahmanas started realizing, we are performing the yajna for whom? For the pleasure of Krishna. And that Krishna is there. He called us, we didn't go. Our ladies, they are not educated, but how realized? It means they are always meditating upon lotus feet of Krishna and Balaram. They are fortunate, they are blessed by the Lord directly. They are repenting. When they came, all the great the welcome they have given. Anyone blessed by the Lord, who is dear to the Lord, he will be dear to everyone. Here also we can see Dhruva was very dear to the Lord. He was liked by each and everyone, including those opposing, like his stepmother. In this way, Dhruva Maharaj, while hearing the pleasing songs sung by the ladies, entered the palace of his father. I used to see the marriage ceremony, anybody great person coming, ladies used to sing the folk song, not the cinema songs or Sanskrit. No. Every language, ladies, they make their own family or local songs. And they sing and go very melodiously. That is way to receive. Slowly they are going. But even also you can see great politician leaders also go. The villages, they sing the folk songs and receive it. Dhruva Maharaj thereafter lived in his father's palace, which had walls bedecked with the highly valuable jewels. His affectionate father took particular care of him and dwelled in that house just as the demigods live in their palaces in the higher plant system. Higher plant system more opulent than earth plant. The beddings, now how the beddings and furniture in the royal palace is described. The beddings in the palace was as wet as the foam of milk and was very soft. The bedsteads were made of ivory, and the embellishments of the gold, and the chairs, benches, and other sitting places and furniture were made of gold. If you have opportunity to go to see museum where the kings used to have their beds and all this, some of the museum are there, you can see how opulent it is. Now we cannot even dream to get such opulent beds. The clothes also is so opulent kings used to. Now we can't afford it. I seen only in my village, small king, was the king for the only 100 villages. His bed was full of the silver, pure silver. I used to go, it's now open for the public. I don't know, still it could be. I last time in 1960s, after that I never went. The whole bed was the pure silver. Every table, every glass, silver and plates and glasses is common. Even common people used to. In our house, all the glasses and plates, eating plates were silver. It is common for anyone. More little rich, they used to have the gold glasses. Because using the gold is very healthy auspicious. Now we can't even see the gold. Forget it. So in the Ganges, the opulent were there. In the Ganges, people are not spending money for making big, nice buildings. But they were spending money for eating and other wealth. If you go to Bengal nowadays also, if you go going on Navadvip Mandal Parikrama, when you pass through the villages, you see all the small houses like hutment, grass roofs. Not that they are poor, no, they are very rich, but they don't spend money for this thing. The Bengal is one culture. Bengal, all throughout India, its culture used to be villages. Like here, Africa also, villages, they have the rondel hutments. So they also have like that one, made of the grass, something. How we say, how do they live in rainy season? Is that true? But they live like that. They don't spend much money for the accommodation, all this. They spend money for eating. That is actually detachment. More we try to be opulent, more we are subject to the false ego. You can see also, devotees also, those who want to put the silken clothes, shining clothes, Prabhus, then you can see it is also up always. And more just to put simple cotton clothes, you are humble. Psychology, your consciousness will change. For Mataji set all out to decorate. Who was telling one? Radha Govind Maharaj, I think. Yes, you decorate such a way that Krishna gets attracted to you. One said, no, we are going for the dressing the deity should be. Radha Govind Maharaj said, yes, you can decorate. For ladies are allowed. And you decorate such a way that Krishna can get attracted to you, life becomes perfect. So here, the palace of the king was surrounded by the walls made of marble, with many engravings made of the valuable jewels like sapphires, which depicted beautiful women with shining jewel lamps in their hands. The palaces, this type of palace you can see in Rajasthan even today also. Now the kings can't maintain, they turn them to the hotels, 5-star hotels. Some of them are the museums. You can still see how the opulent were the walls of the royal palaces. The description of King Uttana Palace depicts the state of affairs many hundreds and thousands of years ago, long before Srimad Bhagavatam was compiled, since it describes that Maharaj Dhruva ruled for 36,000 years. Naturally, it is such a God, because Brahma's son is who? Swambhumanu. Tatarupa and Swambhumanu both were created by Lord Brahma in the beginning of the creation. And Swambhumanu's son was Uttanapad. Uttanapad's son is Dhruva Maharaj. So Lord Brahma is the grandfather. So it means definitely it is. And duration of Satya Yuga, how many? 1.728 million years. The 100,000 years is nothing. So in Satya Yuga, people used to live for 100,000 years, and this past time also belonged to the Swambhumanu time only, not any other Manu. That's why when Dhruva left the home and went to the palace, Swambhumanu already retired, he was Vanaprastha, but he came back to the palace and where he was chastised Uttanapad. How can you treat, when you are not treating your two wives equally, how can you treat your public citizen equally? This is what I taught you. Very heavy. If Dhruva doesn't come back, I will curse you. He won and gone. So Uttanapad was very much cursed by the father. More Bhagavatam doesn't say, but in other scriptures it come up like the story. See, some of the things Bhagavatam also describes very brief. Why? Because Bhagavatam is not meant for talking about the chronological order, everything. They give essence. Main essence of the Bhagavatam is how stressing on the devotional life. Other Puranas they stress less on the devotional life but more on the philosophical approach of the what the life, what does it mean by. Like Skanda Purana, Brahma Puran, Padma Puran, they give elaborate description of the pastimes of the Lord. But they talk less on the pure devotional service. That's why in the first canto, 6th chapter, 18th verse, Jugipsitam, Narada Maharshi says to Vyasa Maharshi, you written the scriptures, encourage the karma kanda. But the common man cannot understand the purpose of this karma kanda. And you encourage them to karma kanda so that they can get this result. But ultimate aim of the all yajnas is for liberation. It's like in the 3rd chapter of Bhagavad Gita, 10th verse, Lord Krishna says the same. In the beginning of the creation, I created the yajnas. By performing yajna, people will be happy. The ultimate purpose of this yajna is liberation. The karma kanda also, any activity done is for the pleasure of Krishna. There Srila Prabhupada writes that karma kanda, if done according to scriptures and give the result to Krishna, this is bhakti. But if we give the result for our self-enjoyment, then it is karma kanda. It means karma kanda is meant for the bhakti, because human form of the life is meant for the bhakti, nothing else. So, La Prabhupada, there's a place mentioned that it should be the age of Satya Yuga, and each Yuga, 90% of the lifespan reduces. Like during that Satya Yuga, people live for 100,000 years, and Treta Yuga, people live for 10,000 years. And Dwapar Yuga, 1,000. In the beginning of the Yuga, what is the last stage of the previous Yuga? That will be beginning. Like in the beginning of the Treta Yuga, people live for 100,000. But as the Yuga moves on, sinful activities increase, then the lifespan keep on reducing. And beginning of the Dwapara Yuga, people live for 1,000 years. As the 50% sin and 50% auspicious activity there, as the time goes on, lifespan keep on reducing, comes to the end, 100 years. Mahabharata took place during the transit time of the Dwapara and Kali Yuga. So that's why at the time Krishna only lived for 125 years, remaining is less than 100 years. 100 years and then over. So when the beginning of this Kali Yuga, you can see in Africa still villages, people are there still over 100 years also. Botswana I saw 2 old people sitting under a small restaurant, they are 120 years. Because they are in the natural way of life, not artificial way. As the Kali Yuga moves forward, in the 12th canto you can come across, Sukadeva Goswami mentioned that 30 years is the highest stage. By the age, when you get the 20 years, all his hair will be white and teeth gone, look like an old man. Hardly anybody will live for the 30 years. Now we can see how many people live for 100 years. Only 5,000 years gone. Yuga. So because the age of a living entity is directly related to the how much we are doing the pious and impious. More impious activity, more inversely it goes down. Age reduces. When engaged in the pious activity, age also increases. You can see devotees compared to others, they live for a long time, others. And devotees who perform the yoga, they live for more years also. Yesterday I told you, remember, lifespan of the living entity not decided on the number of years. Decided on how many breaths we take it. Number of years we tell. But Lord Brahma's calculation is how many breathings he will take it. I gave example. Anybody remember? Like electric bulbs we buy it. The normal bulb is simple one. It's 100 hours. Good company gives for 1,000 hours. That is standard life. Now 1,000 hours it is up to us. I switch on 24 hours a day. In 1 month time, life time gone. If I switch on for the 12 hours, what happened? Double the life. Switch on only 1 hour a day, it can go for 3 years, 1,000 days. So how much breath we take it? Therefore, the sages who perform the pranayama, go to the forest, sitting trance, they breathe. Maybe once they breathe, after 1 or 2 hours, then breathe again. That is how the lifespan keep on increasing. But the body doesn't cooperate with them. They are increasing the lifespan. So, but the body, sometimes it becomes, the body is subject to the time. It said Dhruva Maharaj was the great grandson of Lord Brahma, and it indicates that Dhruva Maharaj's time was in Satya Yuga. During the 1 day of Brahma, there are 1,000 yugas, Divya yugas, Sastra Yuga Paryantam. One Satya Yuga, followed by Treta, followed by Dwapara, Kali Yuga. 4 combinedly is called one Divya Yuga or celestial Yuga. Thus 1,000 celestial Yuga becomes 1 day of Brahma. Okay. So, one duration of one celestial Yuga is how much? 4.328 million years. So now we are in the 20th Divya Yuga. When you are doing the puja, like we did Yajna, Sankalpa Mantra, we say Ashtavinshat Yuga. Ashtavinshat, 28. So you can say 27 multiplied by the 4.2832 million years. How many million years? So this past time of Dhruva we are studying, it belongs to so many millions of years before. Hundreds of millions. I don't exactly remember, 128 or 125 million years. More than that. The conception of worldly opulence was formerly based mainly on the natural resources such as jewels. How much is the king? And another aspect they used to take the cows. How many cows one king has got? Not on the cash. They used to see how much gold one got. Now all the countries are now realizing because of the dependence of dollar, the economy going down. That's why they want to buy. Everybody is buying the gold more and more, keeping the gold as standard. Another aspect of this verse is that Dhruva Maharaj's father, Tanapad, would very soon give up attachment for his palace and would go to the forest for self-realization. From the description of Srimad Bhagavatam, therefore, we can make a very thorough comparative study of modern civilization and civilization of mankind in the other millenniums, Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga. So here is example Srila Prabhupada quoting that Uttanapad, after Dhruva Maharaj became a young man, then he left the kingdom. Means when the children are capable to stand on their feet, parents should not get attached to the family. They must take to the Vanaprastha. Family life is allowed only for the 25 years. Prabhupada mentioned many places, our life is divided into 4 parts. After the 25 years of age, the brahmachari. 25 to 50 years is household life. One reach the 50 years, then one take the Vanaprastha. After that, sannyas. In Hindi, anybody knows it? What do you call it? 51? No. In Hindi, we call it Ekka 1. One means forest. People want to go so easily. Our elders made it as a fool. You must go to the forest. You are still at the home. And 60 years means, in Hindi called Shat. Shat means full. If one is still staying at home, or even at 60 years of age, they will say, Exat Basat, or full 1, full 2. You are still staying at home, get out. Elderly make it to remind them again and again. Means, scripturally, one should not stay at home after 50 years of age. Unfortunately, nowadays they get married 40 years of age. That is another. One should get between 15, 16 years and 22 years. Stop here, nothing much to talk about. Any question, you are welcome to ask. Srimad Bhagavatam Puran ki jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai.